happy International Women's Day. The theme for International Women's Day for 2022 is Breaking the Bias. My name is Eno Eka. Welcome to the Fireside Chat. And this special edition is for women today. And I have with me Julia Cha, a holistic success coach and entrepreneurship coach. So welcome, Julia. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me. I know I'm so excited. And thank you so much for everybody who's watching from all around the world. I'm so overwhelmed with gratitude right now. And I'm a holistic success coach. I'm based in Vancouver, BC. I've been doing this for the last approximately 5 years, which feels like a lifetime. And I would say everything that I stand for is about work-life integration, is about women's success. And I came into this journey because of the earlier struggles that I faced. And also as an entrepreneur, we have new sets of struggles. We realize that there are, like when you're working out, you realize there are muscles that you never even knew existed. Well, as an entrepreneur, we realize we have mental blocks that we didn't even know existed. And it's a constant thing that it eventually becomes a normal thing. But in the beginning, it was quite a journey. So how I got here is that your life purpose is everything that you've done so far in your life. And there comes a time that you decide you're going to live it. And you realize when you look back, everything just adds up together. That's how I got here, just like everyone else. And I'm very happy and proud to be a mother of two. I've been a single mom for the last 10 years. And again, building a career as a single mom has added another layer of challenge. And when I look back, there were many dark times, but I do realize that because I went through those experiences, I am able to have a layer of compassion and empathy for those who feel that they can never be understood. And as well as being, of course, a woman of color, being a minority. And even now, when I'm outside walking the street, I still get odd biases from people where I don't even think of myself as a person of color until someone mentions it. I'm sure you're familiar with this too, Eno, right?
Exactly. Yeah. The first time I realized I was Black was when I actually moved to Canada, and being in North America, I realized, oh, I'm Black. Oh, I'm different. I'm different from everybody else, and people calling out, where I come from or the color of my skin, and, questioning my abilities or saying, oh, you can speak English. Oh, you speak well. Really? You speak good English, right? Oh, yeah, I can read and write, obviously. I'm speaking to you. So all those biases are there. And, even as women as well, people question our abilities as women. They don't pay us as much as they should because they feel we're women again. Oh, we have periods. Oh, we have ovulation. Oh, we give birth to children. We have to take care of the home. Therefore, we don't put in as much work as the men. That's the thinking, right? So let's talk about the theme for IWD this year. It's breaking the bias.
Yeah.
Right. What does breaking the bias mean to you as a holistic success coach, and also someone who has coached so many women, from C-level executives to entrepreneurs, to individual contributors in the workplace?
Breaking the bias means that we are currently in a very odd time in humanity, because in the past, it's always been some kind of new technology, new invention. That was what we consider human evolution. Right now, we have human evolution, meaning breaking the barriers of what people think when they see a person of a certain color, a person of certain gender. What does gender even mean? Why is this relevant? There's all these unconscious bias tied into thousands of years of human history and how different races and the female gender was perceived, and also how the male gender is being perceived as well. Because when it comes to patriarchy, which is thousands of years, we only just really started working as women in the last 70 years. And if you think about your own mothers and grandmothers, they never had to make choices that we have to make, right? As women, as some of us who choose motherhood, I certainly made a choice, and women are not required to make that choice. And even that, women are constantly on the defense of why they believe something, why they choose something, to the point that possibly men don't have to, but men also are facing very similar bias in an opposite side of the coin situation, where the concept of having paternity leave or being a stay-home dad, these things are considered weak, and there's a lot of judgment towards that as well. And women working, building a career, plus having a family, or being having close personal relationships, all these different aspects that makes us happy, that makes us fulfilled in this lifetime are conflicting currently because personal needs, emotional needs are not well understood in the workplace. We have this mentality as humans, that survival scarcity mode of just achieve something as quick as you can, make the most money that you can and don't let anything get in the way, right? This is the mentality in the business world, in careers as well. Well, if you don't do it, someone else will do it. So why should we make room for you, right? And so breaking the bias means observing all of these behaviors and how helpful is this for the greater humanity? Where are we going with this? Is it okay to still treat people this way at the workplace? Is it okay to ignore mental health issues? Is it okay to ignore the fact that this person worked very, very hard to get here? And some people do have natural privileges. How do we balance all that? That becomes the question that we need to start asking. Where is equality? We can't have exactly the same between a woman who has many layers of gender conditioning, of having to be nice, choosing her relationship, overgiving, people pleasing. These things are ingrained in us through many generations before us. So much of modeling, it takes on beyond at the subconscious level. It controls you. It's not so much about what people are telling you. So we need to crack open all these many layers of what people in the past have thought as inconvenience because it blocks productivity or efficiency in a way that is results measurable, and looking at our contribution in a holistic way.
All the while you were speaking, Julia, there's two words that you mentioned, repetitively that I would like you to sort of, emphasize on. So you talked about conditioning, right? Yes. So I want to learn more about the conditioning that we've had as women growing up as a girl child. I still remember, how, as a girl child, you're told to keep quiet and you're told to not speak. You're told to, take care of your brothers, even though they're older than you. All of that. So all of that conditioning, I wanted us to talk about that conditioning. One, two, you mentioned the subconscious mindset. And I fully believe in the subconscious. And I know that you do. And you've written about this so many times, in your books. You also have a lot of videos on this on your YouTube and your TikTok. So please, I want you to talk about one, the conditioning, and then two, the subconscious mindset.
The conditioning is basically everything that you're programmed to believe and automatic behaviors, feelings, even thoughts that come from that, from what you experience, what you've been told, and how your family, your culture views the world. So I would say, even though, Eno and I have different family backgrounds, okay? Our family of origin come from different continents. And many of you here watching, same. But you know that all of us have very similar mental conditioning as women.
Yes.
As women, we are told to choose your family over your needs. As women, we are told to serve, be nice, smile when you're uncomfortable, please when somebody is being erratic, irrational, just to keep harmony. So these are many of the roles that we ourselves have observed our mothers, grandmothers, and other people in our extended family play that role. And we normalize it. And we can't imagine doing otherwise because that makes us feel like we're bad people, right?
Yeah.
Anytime you feel like you have to be a good person, that's your conditioning talking, right? So we often confuse reality and conditioning. We also confuse our personality, like some genetic trait that we cannot change. It's like a fixated thing with conditioning too. Many people here probably think they're very nice people, right? You are very pleasant people. How much of that is your real personality and how much of that is your upbringing? How much of that is repeated pattern over and over of what you had to do, right? So what is the subconscious? Subconscious is all the emotional memory you have collected all your life. So some scientists even believe that you pick up things in the womb.
Wow.
If some of you have done anything that is to do with subconscious programming, hypnosis, energy work or something like that, past life regression. Some people think this stuff is all woo-woo, but we have to be careful that even thinking that is your family conditioning. because your family believed in science. Your family needs to see proof, right? And then you grow up. It's a part of also this insecurity that if I cannot see something, or if I cannot calculate something, then it must not be real, right? So that is the difference between our own limitation, but we believe that is the truth, right? So what is the subconscious? It's everything that you picked up through your family environment, culture, beliefs, and also your emotional experiences. If you felt unwanted, for example, by your mother, or your mother was having patriarchal abuse when she was pregnant with you, do you really think that the baby does not absorb any of that? Of course she does. She absorbs stress hormones, right? Cortisol. She absorbs emotional experiences. And frequently people go back to womb experiences. And so now you can only imagine everything you've heard, experienced, felt in your childhood. All of that basically becomes a part of this automated system to help you survive and navigate this world better. Survival is everything that you've known to be true, good, normal. Leaving that is a risk, right? The subconscious is there to help you survive. So that is the mindset that's keeping you stay where you are. To thrive, you have to branch out of that. So now you have to elevate your subconscious programming, your automated thinking, all your belief systems, right?
While you were speaking, and especially when you talk about that boundary around money, you know, women are so uncomfortable talking about money. Women are so uncomfortable, you know, being in that place of authority, being, like we say, like a boss babe. Women are so uncomfortable actually saying, I make good money, I live well, I take care of myself, right? I work hard and I earn money and I take care of myself. I'm deserving of this. Women struggle with asking for money. Women struggle with negotiating their salaries. I coach people.
Yeah.
I coach women.
Yeah.
I coach men. You coach women. But I coach men and women. You coach mostly women. But I coach both men and women. And what I see as a career coach and consultant is that 100% of the time, the men would negotiate their salaries. They would ask for more. The women, they're fine with whatever they give. They say, oh, it's okay. After all, I do not even have experience. After all, I'm just new to business analysis. After all, you know, I'm a new immigrant to Canada. After all, you know, I took 3 years, you know, away from work to nurse my baby. So I'm getting back into the workplace. So, you know, I'm still kind of new to this career. I'm new to Canada. I'm new to the US. Therefore, whatever is offered to me, I'll take the lowest, whatever. I just want that opportunity. I just want to be there in this company. No, you know, you're there because of the value you bring to the table. So I want us to really talk about the finance part of things, because that is a part where it really hurts me when I see women that can achieve so much, you know, bring themselves so down. You know, they have that conditioning around finances, around being, like your book says, rich and loved.
Ladies, it's not about whether you have earning power. Now that's one equation. That is very important. You need to have earning power, okay? If you don't have earning power, forget having any power in any dynamics, in any human dynamics. If you don't have earning power, you can't help yourself, right? Nor help other people. Earning power is one thing. The other thing is financial control. How much are you able to control your income? How much financial literacy do you have that you understand where you should allocate the extra? If you don't have extra, why don't you? Right? Women are so uncomfortable with money because women managing money is a new thing. It's a very, very new thing. Ladies, we have to think beyond where you are right now. It's history. Who's managed money all this time?
Dad.
Right. So I see grown women in their 40s. Daddy is doing everything for them, or husband.
The male figure in their lives is the man, right?
It's the man. It's some man. Or if daddy is not there, or he is not able to, is brother or uncle. How many women find this familiar? You and I may not share the same culture, but this is patriarchy is global. You need to have your ability to generate things when you need it, and to expand your limitations to earn more, to save, to look after all your needs, to plan for your future. If you don't have your own life insurance, if you don't have your own illness insurance, if you don't have your own financial plan, if you don't have your own will, whether you're single or especially if you have a family or if you're married, but if you're single, you still need a will. Yes. These are things that are not taught in school. Yes. And honestly, education system is terrible. Not only is money stuff not taught properly, none of this stuff is, all of this stuff is news to people once they become adults. You're unprepared. And then you become adults, you're scrambling. And then you don't go beyond what's required to learn, right? You need financial education.
Yeah.
You need proper education when it comes to romantic relationships, because again, that's the other piece. Women give away their power all the time in their marriages, in their romantic relationships. It's almost as if, there's a part of you that's always calculating, I need a guy to buy a house with me or to help me, or
right.
I need a guy to help me figure out this complex investment stuff that is such a pain to look at. I need a guy to help me figure out blah, 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 to have security in the future. You need to turn that chatter off. That is not your personality. That is conditioning right there. That is what your mama thought, your auntie thought, your grandma thought. And next time daddy comes and buys your Mercedes, don't take it. Okay? Buy it yourself, because that gives you power.